in, bro. I give you a ride home.
Man, I don't really know.
Bro, get in the car.
Just drop me off.
Get in the car.
I'm trying to find my brother.
Rich boy, I'm doing after my own heart.
A goon, more like a damn idiot. I don't know what he was thinking.
Man, you thinking, ain't no time for all that thinking. It's only action, reaction. You feel me? Consequences, repercussions
What? I
around
should
here.
have known you put him up to this. Do you feel like a man now got idiots ruining their life for you? Drop me off. I'd rather walk.
Whoa, ain't no need for all that, man. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to hurt my feelings, would you?
Feelings? Nobody give a damn about your feelings. Stop the car.
Come on now, you don't move out of moving car though for real? Let me pull over, bro. Now, you get a chance to talk.
I don't want to talk to you. I want to get out the car. Now lock the doors.
See, I try to be nice to you, but you want to act all brand new. You know what I'm saying? I said I want you to talk.
I don't want to talk to you. I want you to stop the car. I want you to unlock the door so I can get out and go find my brother.
Hope you know who you talking to. Don't want to see, don't want to see him get it.
Why there's a red spot on me?
It's getting intense in here, y'all. Just when you thought things could get no worse, you got a crazy brother who done lost his mind. You got a mom and a stepdaddy. You'll see their issues in just a minute. You just went to a party the last day of school and the little boy got shot and wasn't even supposed to be there anyway. Man, you just got the evidence in your purse and anything can happen within the next couple of hours, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, now you got a young lady who agreed with her big brother that she didn't need God, just got violated. Here's a question I gotta ask this generation. I would aim it towards the ladies, but I know fellas, you deal with this too. How is it that we can get into a thug's car and trust them to give us a ride, but we can't get into God's church and trust him to take us on the journey called life? I'm tripping. I want to tell every young person up in here right now, you better be careful who you trust. You better think twice about who you call your friends. You better do a better job of choosing who you gonna follow. The Bible talks about something very important. 1 John chapter 2, verse 16 through 18. It talks about the world. It talks about the value system of the world. It says all that's in the world, talking about the values. It says there's the lust of the flesh. There's the lust of the eyes. And there's the pride of life. Three things that's tripping. And I want to put it on young people because as adults we deal with it too. But you really, really, really dealing with this. Number one, you dealing with the fact that you cannot deal with what you feel. If it feels good, do it. Even if you're ugly. If it feels good, do it. Even though you know the consequences. If it feels good, do it. God will forgive you. If it feels good, do it. You're still young. You got time. If it feels good, do it. Ain't nobody watching. Oh, here's a D one. I know this one hurts. If it feels good, do it. Don't nobody care anyway. What we've done is we have surrendered to our feelings. The Bible calls that the lust of the flesh. But not only have we surrendered to what we see. See, the lust of the eyes is what greed comes in. I got to get everything I see. I jump in a car because it got some nice rims. I jump in a car. I jump in other people's houses. I jump in other people's beds. I jump in places I shouldn't be jumping in. Let me tell you something. Whenever you jump into something, you agree with what's going on in that something that you jumped in. I'm not trying to put salt in this young lady, but I'm letting you know, when you get into somebody's car, you are letting them know you agree. You agree with how they live it. You agree with their values. You agree with their history, because they're thinking to themselves, she know who I am. She know what I'm about. They're not going to change their values because of you. You just like the rest of them. Be careful what you jump in. Now, I'm not saying that was her fault. I wouldn't dare do that. I'm way more sensitive than that, because there's some young ladies in here, you experienced that and you ain't had nothing to do with it. It wasn't your fault. You squeaky clean. You're still dealing with the pain for being violated. There's some young fellas, same thing, man. It wasn't your fault. But here's a lesson I want to teach this generation. We're talking about how low can you go. As you can see, it's getting real low up in here. But whenever you go through a tragedy that you had nothing to do with, and it wasn't your fault, there's two questions I want you to ask. If you can ask these two questions, it'll save you from death, depression, suicide. Number one, could I have avoided that situation? Question number one, could I have avoided that situation? If the answer is no, the man immediately go to God for healing, restoration. Find somebody that know God, connect with them, be open and honest, and get that thing dealt with, because it's going to leave a scar. If the answer is yes, then learn from it and don't put yourself back in that situation ever again. And then after you realize that you could have avoided it, pursue your healing. Get what you need from God, because He is a healer. The second question you have to ask is, can I overcome this? Before you give in to it, ask yourself, can I overcome this? This was a blow. This was going to hurt for a long time. 20 years from now, I'm going to be thinking about this. It may never leave my memory. The pain may still be there 20 years from now, but we can overcome all things through Christ. Nothing is impossible with God. If you try to overcome these hurts, issues, and pains by yourself, you're just going to keep on repeating them. But if you give it to God, you're going to find a solution to all of your problems, all of your storms, all of your hurts, all of your pain. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, it gets even more intense, y'all. It gets even more crazy. This party ain't over yet. This skit ain't over yet.